Welcome back to Dragonborn Industries, more specifically, episode 18, painting up the monster manual, where we are doing the Bugbears, and we're going to try and do two minis. Two whole minis, where I'm doing the Nolzurs ones from Happy Piranha, my local game store, which is very, very fun, and Richard is doing the...
Daybreak miniature ones.
Oh, there they are. So these are Daybreak Miniature, which are the images I'm assuming that you sent to me, yes?
They are, so the single images.
And then you've got that one there, there you go.
Admittedly, the weapons are the other way around because I think they looked cooler.
And isn't that the joy of having parts that you can change over? Like that massive axe on that chief is awesome. All available through Richard's little store. Richard, who are you?
I am Warrior Prince 3D. I am your one-stop shop for anything 3D printing related, be it little minis, little tabletops, any terrain pieces, big collectibles, extra large collectibles, cosplay bits and pieces, or pretty much anything you really want to stick on a printer. I'm your man.
Pretty much. And so concisely said and well said. But yeah, so today, Richard and I are going to be looking at the Bugbears. Obviously, the Bugbears are a decent challenge rating. I mean, a standard Bugbear is a CR1, a Bugbear Chief is a CR3. I have rolled a level 3 character up, and we were just talking about this before the show. It's, I don't think, going to survive very long. I have Durbak, the Draconic Ancestry Sorcerer Half-Orc. So all 21 points there going against essentially a CR4 fight. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to basically hand over to Richard and get my timer ready, because Richard is DMing the Goblinoids, which is awesome. I get to be the player this time round. So yeah, I'm just going to quickly say hello to people in chat. Hello chat. See that some people are lurking, some people come in. Great to see you all as always. But yeah, Richard, I'm going to hand it over to you to talk about Bugbears, their stats, and to, you know, bring us into...
That's it. Okay, so before we start the joyful timer, Bugbears are... little bastards, actually. So, Bugbears are born for battle and mayhem, surviving by raiding and hunting. They bully the weak, despise being bossed around, but their love of carnage means they will fight for powerful masters if bloodshed and treasure are assured. So they are goblinoids. Bugbears are often found in the company of their cousins, the hobgoblins and goblins. Bugbears usually enslave goblins they encounter and bully hobgoblins into giving them gold and food in return for serving as scouts and shock troops. Even when paid, Bugbears are at best unreliable allies, yet goblins and hobgoblins understand that no matter how much Bugbears might drain the tribe of resources, these creatures are a potent force. Now, according to the joyful monster manual, followers of Hrugek, Bugbears worship Hrugek, a lesser god who dwells on the plains of Acheron. In the absence of their goblinoid kin, Bugbears form loose warbands, each one led by its fiercest member. Bugbears believe that when they die, their spirits have a chance to fight at Hugrek's side. They try to prove themselves worthy by defeating as many foes as possible. Venal ambushers. Despite their intimidating builds, Bugbears move with surprising stealth. They are fond of setting ambushes and flee when outmatched. They are dependable mercenaries as long as they are supplied food, drink and treasure. But a Bugbear forgets any bond when its life is on the line, and a wounded member of a Bugbear band might be left behind to help the rest of the band escape. Afterwards, that Bugbear might help pursuers track down its former companions if doing so saves its life.
So I love that bit, because that's right there is your player hook to make them an NPC, and to be something that's like, you know, to turn a standard combat into a, hey, he left you for dead. Like, yeah, he did. And then just, you've got a Bugbear friend then.
That's it.
So I like that.
So the Bugbear is a challenge 1 on the old XP rating. They are pretty heavy in strength, dex and con. Very light in intelligence, wisdom and charisma. Intelligence being their least stat, which is a hearty 8.
Oh.
Strength obviously being their most sort of fortuitous at 15.
Nice. It's a tasty stat block, realistically. I mean, when you look at... obviously they're humanoid, but they also fall into goblinoids at the same time, like as a sub-class to a sub-race. And... yeah, I think that obviously like the wisdom is always going to be at 0 there, and charisma and intelligence low, but the other ones, that's not bad.
For a challenge rating 1, they're pretty damn chunky.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at it, they've got a +4 to hit. Their Morning Star, which is what they are, sort of kitted out with, is a 2d8 +2 piercing damage.
Yeah.
So when you think about that, level 1, if that happens to max or even getting close to max, you're looking at nearly flooring a character in 1.
Yeah.
And the same again, they've got javelins as well.
So they have the range, which is the other thing. And one of the things I always talk about, especially in monster creation, is the magic 3. This is hit points, it is the AC, and then it is the damage it's able to deal. And to be honest, like, their armor class is 16, 17. They wear armor. They are intelligent, sentient creatures. They have hit points of 65 for the chief and 27 for the basic one. That's pretty chunky as well. And then they're dealing 2d8 damage, and they have range. So these are problems. All 3 of those are pretty high. It's not to be fucked with, realistically.
The other thing that makes these quite the formidable opponent is they have a surprise attack skill. Yeah. If the Bugbear surprises a creature and hits it with an attack during the first round of combat, that target takes an extra 7 points or 2d6 damage from the attack.
Yeah. So while they send out their little goblins and all of their other minions and hobgoblins and shock troopers, they can just wait for them to get bloodied up and then just come in as players progress through. So they make great, again, end of dungeon crawls, end of forest dungeons and stuff like that, I find. And yeah, they're a nasty thing, and I don't think I'm going to survive all that long. So hello, Lord of Cats, and hello, Dragon Skull Studios. Welcome in. Yeah, Richard, I will, again, let you lead away. Let me know when you're ready to set a timer, and I will...
Okay, I will paint a picture for you first.
Oh.
So, what was your character's name, sorry?
Drebark.
Drebark.
The half-orc sorcerer.
You are part of a large, I say, caravan. Basically, in the southern regions of Quilath, across the plains, there has been massive undead armies trolling and attacking. The remnants of which still litters basically a very large portion of the plains in the middle, where the clans of the plains people usually hold their yearly meeting, as it were. You have been part of several caravans trundling to and fro from the large city of Umbernin, which is to the west of the plains. Pretty sort of run-of-the-mill now. You've had a couple of issues. The first couple of runs were quite dicey. Not too sort of sure if you were making the right decision, but the coin has outweighed the danger. However, one night travelling back to Umbernin, probably 3 days outside of the city, people are starting to move back into the farmlands in the area and recovering well. Calls have gone out for the army that is now being assembled and trained in Umbernin, and you're thinking maybe this might be your last run, possibly see what recruitment's like inside the city and what wages might be like there. However, you've bedded down for the night, you've taken your watch, you're resting, you've eaten, and you've settled down to sleep. Feels like moments since you closed your eyes and drifted off when you are awoken by screams and shouts, and the smell of burning fabric hits your nose. Rushing out of your tent, you can hear combat, squeals and snarls from the dark, making out in the distance small little goblinoid forms rushing in and attacking the caravans, pilfering what they can and being fought by the guard. Your friend Nathaniel, a large beefy warrior, not one that you mess with, but you've often sat with him of an evening over a pipe and a bit of ale. He is fighting 4 bugbears and what looks like a rather larger bugbear. Huge, massive axe, hulking thing that is smashing into your friend. There is nothing currently around you. No one near. The 3 tents by your side appear empty and vacant. All you can smell on the air is burning and now blood, and the sounds of fighting are all around you. What would you like to do?
I think in this moment, Drebark would and always get that orc rage going on, but they look around, see that Nathaniel's in trouble, and how far away are they?
So he's about 35 feet away.
35 feet away. So
You almost get the impression he is on his way to you.
I will look around then and have a quick check to see if I'm in danger.
Perception check.
Okay, perception. Oh, it's not good. It's a 14 plus 2 for a 16.
That is enough. You are aware as you sort of get out and you begin to move towards him. He swings round and his head just twitches up at you, and you literally sort of spin round behind as a bugbear smashes through the tents and jumps at you. Initiative and timer, I should imagine.
Okay, so timer is on. Initiative. Oh god.
Right.
It's a 5 for me.
Right. I've actually built an encounter for this.
Ah, yeah.
So 5 for you.
5 for me.
Okay.
And in the meantime, I'm going to start dry brushing some grey onto the black armour of these Nolzurs minis, as that's what my starting point is.
Right, I am using today completely speed paints. I might use a couple of the Vallejo lighter colours just for other bits and pieces, but I'm testing out the speed paints today, so I'm going straight off with Ancient Honey for the flesh.
Ah, that's good. It's a really nice choice. I'm going to hopefully dry brush through some grey onto this armour, and then I'm going to just basically go in with browns and do all the skins and the furs, and that will hopefully be it for both of them. But, come on then, I'm assuming I'm going last.
You are unfortunately, well, you are going after this bugbear, let's just say.
This bugbear. Let's go!
So, as he comes crashing through, with the benefit of your perception check, he was unable to sneak up on you. So he is literally just going to straight out try and smack you down. He is sort of, when you look at him as he comes rushing in, he holds for just that slight second as he sees your skin colorations and not too sure what to make, and then he sees you dressed and no major visible large weapon, I presume.
No, no weapons, no armour.
So then he leads in with his Morning Star attack. So we've got a +4 to hit. Ooh, so that is a 9 straight off the bat.
9 is a miss.
So
just like
the
the shoulders back.
the moment he took to sort of be a bit distracted by your race and who you are, that was just enough for you to move out of the way of the axe wheel.
Yeah.
Okay, that is. They only obviously have one attack, being a level 1. You are next.
Okay, so like the tusks are like slathering with rage and anger. I presume that I'm in melee right now, so we are going to quick look at my spells because I'm not sure what I've got. Let's have a look. Oh God.
I hate to ask. I know what they're like.
So I went with the random generation because
It's horrible, isn't it?
And so my cantrips are Gust, Mage Hand, Ray of Frost, and Shape Water. So it's not bad for like an adventurer, but this is solely combat. My level 1 spell is Expeditious Retreat. Then I've got Alter Self, Dust Devil, and Suggestion.
If you would like to swap one spell out for a combat spell, I would not be.
No, that's not the fun of this show. I look towards him and in Orcish, I'm like, as I tell him to run north and not stop until he finds the coast, as I cast Suggestion at 2nd level. I need a Wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay, so Wisdom on the Bugbears are a regrettable stat, but however they are it's a solid 11, so it's a +0, but it's not like they're getting a minus. So unfortunately I roll a 7.
For the foreseeable future you've got to move as fast as you can north until you find the coast. Hope to fuck we are not near the coast.
Looking up at you and looking sort of becoming a more agreeable, seeing you and thinking, he basically sort of picks up his weapon from the ground into his hand and trundles off north.
Okay. He spent his entire turn doing that one.
anything else you would like to do?
I will then start making my way with my 30-foot speed towards Nathaniel, which will take me. I'll be 5 foot away from him, I believe.
Yep.
Like, and I'll say in Orcish, like, "Friend, we must destroy these goblinoids."
As you are trundling over and calling out the chief, or larger one, I should say, with this massive double axe, pommel hits Nathaniel and staggers him back, and he hears you coming up from behind, and he turns to engage you.
Okay.
As the other two basically flank Nathaniel and are keeping his attention.
Anything else from him?
That is it, and I will then start the round with you.
Okay, so I begin moving up towards him, and I pull these two daggers out from behind my robes. And it's like robes; they're kind of like tattered and from all of this traveling. And good morning, Miss Lounge. Welcome to the show. They're these two like bone daggers made out of maybe some kind of tooth or something larger, like some kind of beast. But at the same time, there's a gemstone on the pommel of each one, and these are my spell focusers. And I just hold them and then force them together, and there's like a spark of arcane magic. And next to this bugbear, in an unoccupied space, I'm going to cast Dust Devil.
Okay.
So, choose an unoccupied 5-foot cube of air that you can see within range. An elemental force that resembles a Dust Devil appears in the cube and lasts for the spell's duration. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the Dust Devil must make a strength saving throw on a failed save or take 1d8 bludgeoning damage. So that'll be on the end of its turn, and then as a bonus action I can move it around. But I think that is all. However, it is a concentration spell, and so is Suggestion. So I don't know how far that bugbear's got.
Okay, so you can obviously choose if you wanted to cast that spell, obviously realising it's concentration.
I mean, I did say it.
Well, at the end of the day, it is also a case of you would effectively, your character would know that it's a concentration, and it would know that bugbear's probably only got 30 feet away.
As long as you're absolutely sure, then I wouldn't cast that, and I will just go straight in for a stabby stab with the two daggers then.
At the end of the day, you know, even though it's a fresh character for you, the character would know it's going to lose a bloody spell.
Awesome. I will take the generosity, and I will just take 2 attacks with... No, not 2 attacks. I'll take 1 attack, and then we'll see if we can take an offhand attack without proficiency. The first one's a 2 plus 4 for a 6.
That misses.
Offhand, no proficiency. 14 plus strength, which would be... plus 2, so 16.
Okay, so that is an unfortunate miss. A bugbear chief is kitted out as standard with a chain shirt and shield.
Yeah.
Actually, sorry, so tell a lie, no. So because this goblin chief has a double-handed axe, it will not have a shield. So therefore, its armor class will be 15. You hit.
Oh, cool. It's basically a D4 plus 1, so...
So if you went straight out of the monster manual, you got to remember they have a shield. So if you wanted to give them another weapon like I have, just bearing in mind it is an armor variant, and obviously shields give you a +2 to the armor class.
Yeah,
so.
Well pointed out, actually. I think that's part of the point of this show, is that, there are things that you can change in the monster manual, because it literally says shield underneath its AC, and yeah, so that's awesome. It's 4 points of damage with the dagger as I embed it into it, and I'm just like, Nathaniel, kill it! And in the meantime, I'm gonna grab some XV88 and start slathering that all over the skin and everywhere else that could be brown. But that's the end of my go.
That's the end of your go. Okay, right. The other one is now still moving forward. Okay, so the bugbear chief, he is going to make an attack against you. Right. So the bugbear chief has a +5 to hit,
Oof.
and they also make 2 melee attacks.
Oh yeah!
So he is going to split his attacks between you and Nathaniel. Nathaniel is not looking particularly healthy, however he is still standing, and he is fighting off 2 other bugbears on his own. So he hits Nathaniel for a 24, and he is going to 21 to hit you.
Yeah, dude. Absolutely, that's going to hit.
Okay. I would like. Oh, for fuck's sake! Can you take 6 points of damage?
Yep.
And Nathaniel. Oh, Nathaniel's going to take 14 points of damage. Nathaniel takes the axe basically to his side, and the axe buries in just in between his underarm and the bottom of his ribs. And you hear this as the axe is pulled out, and Nathaniel cries out as it split his chainmail.
Ouch.
Indeed.
Take my 6 points of damage.
Okay.
There we go.
Right, he is now going to roll to hit. Ooh, that is a crit.
Yeah! Killers!
No, so that is Nathaniel's crit. He takes down one of the bugbears.
Oh, nice! Good!
And he turns to the other one. Right. You're up.
Okay. Realising that I've got to maintain concentration. Oh, I need to make a concentration check. 6 points of
Oh, yes,
damage.
right, yes, please.
15 plus my con, which is absolutely fine. It's a 16. So, that bugbear's still running. I will. Yeah. I'm going to take a step back a good 10 feet and happily take the attack of opportunity if he wants to swing at me.
He does. Bugbear Chief will make a attack. He takes a 9.
9 is a miss. Okay, so I take 10 foot back and I draw the blades back together. Then I smash them together and make this arcane spark as a ray of frost is going to trundle out from my... And it begins like a cold blow, and then it just blizzards out. Ugh, it's not great, though. It is a 6 plus 3 for 9.
Is that a dex saving throw, or...?
No, it's an attack roll for Ray of Frost.
Okay, and what did you roll?
It's a 9.
Nah, afraid not.
Nope, absolutely fine. And then as a bonus action, I will cast Expeditious Retreat on myself.
Okay.
Yeah. You're up, Bugbears. So, Dibs in chat. Sorry, Dibs, I'm not even watching chat today. Welcome back to the show. Pasty, what character are you playing as? So, I'm playing today as a character. I'm playing a level 3 Half-Orc Sorcerer, which is gonna die pretty quickly, I think. And that's absolutely fine. And Richard's GMing.
Hey!
He's in the big boy seat. But I'm done. My go is over.
Right, okay, so those spells, it was cantrip and spell, wasn't it?
So it was a cantrip, and then it was a level 1 spell as a bonus action.
Yeah, that's right. Just wanted to double check that.
No, you're absolutely fine, because I can only do one of each unless I do Quicken Spell, but I don't have Quicken Spell as a meta magic.
Okay. I'm not too sure on these speed paints. They are a little bit to get used to, I say.
So I'm just trying to slather the Ep.18 on anywhere there's skin or fur. But actually, there's a lot on this mini, so I guess we'll see how we get on with that, to be honest, because it's going to be hard to get in 45 minutes, I think, a good paint job on both of them.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be basically just blocking colours, and it'll be a case of afterwards have to touch up with highlights.
Yeah. I think I'll be tabletop ready, potentially, but it will be a rough tabletop ready.
Yeah, I think it'll be a very rough tabletop.
But yeah, that's the end of my go.
Okay, it is the other... Oh, it's just one now, isn't it? I've only got one left. Right, let's see if I can hit Nathaniel. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay. Bugbear Uno is not doing good. Daniel, he can roll. It's not bad. Okay. damage to that one. Oh, I said damage, not heal it.
I love that in D&D Beyond. It's like, you put it in there and it's just like, nope, didn't want that. They've now got some hit points.
No.
Div says, finish him. Paint update from Dragon Skull. So I'm quite literally just trying to slather on XV88 to anywhere there is fur or skin, and then I'm going to work up and down from there. The armor I've just dry brushed with grey over black, and I'm just trying to get that done as quick as possible so that I can then move on to highlighting, hopefully within the last hour, well, last half hour even. How about you?
I am slathering on speed paints at the moment for the flesh and for the leather as much as I can. Obviously getting used to how this stuff moves and flows.
Yes.
Which is very different to what I'm used to, but it is an experience nonetheless.
Let's see if it really can speed paint.
Well, this is it.
And that's kind of the point of the show, really.
It's also a case of I think I should have possibly whitened a bit more as well before I started painting, because I do go a bit heavier with the zenithal on the prime now when I airbrush things. But even so, I think I should have gone a little bit further with this one.
You know what, actually, and I will say that I was unsure about the zenithal when I was doing the Master of Miniatures prints, because they obviously sent them out zenithed, and I never do that unless I'm airbrushing. And actually, I was like, I'm using really thin paint here, and that's actually showing through quite well. And that's because they went that extra little bit and really made it, very, very white in places. And I was like, oh, actually, this is pretty good.
Well, that's it. Make it pop that little bit more.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know what a zenith highlight is, it's basically you prime it in a dark colour and then you come in from the top with a lighter colour so that you show up all of those details. And as you paint with thin paint, the highlight should show through and create different, richer and more natural tones.
Hopefully.
But yeah, my go is over.
Your go, yeah. So you are hopefully going to be over now. Actions for the chief. For fuck's sakes. 7. Oh no, first hit's against Nathaniel, so he misses Nathaniel. And he nat 20s you.
Yes! Do it! Do it!
Right, okay, so it's max dice and roll again.
Yeah, man, you selected it earlier on, so max dice, roll again.
So 18.
Oh yeah. That's not good.
25 damage.
So this axe boosh into my, I guess, like midriff, and I'm like, I keel over. It's like, and like as I'm bleeding out, I go to one knee, and Orc Relentless Endurance kicks in, and I just stand up. I'm like, and just roar at him. I'm on 1 hit point.
You are on 1 hit point. Okay, then that I believe is now your gun.
Okay. Oh, so he would have had to step up to me to do that, wouldn't he?
Yes.
So would he have moved away from Nathaniel's area of attack of opportunity?
Oh, that is very true. Very true. Bear with me. Yes, he would, because he struck at Nathaniel, and it did not.
Did not make contact.
Right. So.
Actually, as a rules lawyer, I think you'll find he has to take an attack of opportunity if Nathaniel's ready to. You're like,
actually,
no. Nathaniel's like, fuck it, no.
Okay. Nathaniel did 15 points of damage to him.
Nice. Cheers, Nat. Cool. So as he steps up and takes that, and I go to one knee and I bring myself back up, roar in his face, and yeah, I will. With my expeditious retreat, I'm going to bonus action dash away, which will give him an attack of opportunity.
Oh, expeditious retreat stops that.
Does it?
Yeah, because I double checked me because remember I used it in one of our battles.
The spell allows you to move at an incredible pace. When you cast a spell, and then as a bonus action on each of your turns until the spell ends, you can take the dash action. That's all it says.
Is that all it says?
Yes.
Oh, no, it was me getting out of the house, wasn't it? Yeah, anyway. Okay, so he's going to go for you then. if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, we're going to do it. I'm going to take the gamble.
Ooh, it pays off. As you run, he puts all his savage sort of hench weight into a swing, and you just miss out of the way, and his axe embeds into the floor as he rolls a natural 1.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I will use my bonus action to run 30 feet, and then I will turn around, and I will do another Ray of Frost.
Right, if it's a roll to hit, here you have advantage.
Why?
Because because of his natural 1, he putting his axe into the floor, he has now stumbled and has gone slightly prone.
All right, cool. I'll take that. 17 and a 1. So I'll take the 17.
I like to have effects of, natural 1.
That's cool. I'll take the critical fumble. 17 plus 3 for a dirty 20.
That obviously hits.
So we are going to do a d8 of damage, which we'll do on D&D Beyond. That is 7 points of cold damage, and his speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm 30 feet away.
How far away have you gone from him?
I've moved 30 feet, and then with my movement action, I will then step another 10 foot back.
Okay. That is nasty.
So for those at home wondering why I've done that, I took the risk so that I could move, do a spell, and then move again, so that I didn't give up an action of doing a disengage, because I'm not a rogue, I can't bonus action that. And then with that, it means that I can meta knowledge know as a sorcerer that I am further away than he can move and take an action. So he either has to dash to me, or he has to engage with Nathaniel, and I can shoot spells from a distance. That's why I've done that.
Right, okay. Roll me a percentage.
A percentage? Ooh, I like this. Let's grab me some die 100.
If you roll over 70%,
Yep.
what did you roll?
Oh, I rolled a 96.
Okay, he's going to stay with Nathaniel. 1 to 70, he would have gone for you.
Good, good.
Right. Okay, so now it is
I
his turn.
need to load up more XV88, because that's taking quite a bit on the...
Right, okay, the other bugbear is down.
The other one's still running.
He is going to roll the second hit on the... Oh, that was lucky. 18. That is a 7 points of damage to the bugbear chief. Okay, right, it is your go.
Okay, yeah, I guess we're just going to start spell sniping away. Has he stayed there? Yeah, he's not moved.
He's not moved. He's literally about to plow into Nathaniel.
Okay, so let's go with... it's going to have to be another Ray of Frost again. So let's go. Oosh! 9.
Misses.
Yep, no, just as he's moving around, the Ray of Frost, as it like blows out, just, yeah, goes nowhere. Keep him still!
Okay. This round could make or break you both. Oh! Okay. Chief, running up to Nathaniel, stumbles and falls over as he rolls another nat 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for fuck's sakes. So he is going to lose the other attack, and Nathaniel is now going to attack him twice. With advantage. Well, rather a lot of damage. Okay. 18. 25 damage.
Nice. Not saying Nathaniel's going to be the MVP in this fight, but go Nathaniel.
Okay. You are up.
He's prone, so I'd have disadvantage on a ranged spell attack.
No, he's spent his movement to get back up.
Oh, okay, cool. I can literally do one thing, so I guess we're going to... oh, you know what? I might... should I launch my daggers? Could be fun. No, because it's less damage if I do that. But it is fun. Fuck it. He's like... "Rah!" and just, like, throws one of the daggers. That's
okay.
Range attacks. I need my dex on that one. Actions. 12.
12 misses, I'm afraid.
Second one. Throws it again. 16.
Miss.
Is it?
He's got a 7.
I thought it
have
was
a 7.
50.
Oh, no, sorry, no, 15. 15 hit.
Yay! As it throws it for the whole 1d4. 2 damage as it hits him with the gemstone on the back. A little spark of arcane. And I'm just like bleeding from the gut, like intestines, like part coming out. I'm like, Argh! You'll go. Actually, I'm going to start running towards him. Fuck it. I've got Expeditious Retreat on. So, bonus action and movement to like run into melee.
Okay. Alright. Does a 9 hit you?
No.
Okay, and 14 misses Nathaniel. Right, okay. Nathaniel's turn. 11 misses. 18 hits though. Okay. 14 damage. Right. You are up.
I grab the daggers.
Okay.
And then just start like trying to stab into his back with like desperation and rage. First one is, it's a 5 plus 3 for an 8. As his armor's probably too thick and he's moving around loads. And the second one without proficiency is a natural 20.
This could save your life.
So it's a 4 plus 1 for a max of 5 plus 1, 6 whole damage.
How would you like to do this?
I just like back of the skull, just screaming, and it just embeds in and like almost like tips out of like a tongue of bone from his mouth, and he just slumps. Can't move his mouth closed because the knife blade's in the way, and just goes to a knee and then slumps forward, and then pull the blade wet from the back of his skull.
As you get back up, the look on Nathaniel's face is a little bit disturbed at first, but then he sort of lets out a big toothy grin as he says, "Come, there are more."
And yeah, I will go with Nathaniel to go fight more goblins with 1 HP.
You do not require to roll anymore. As you both run into combat, it is towards the ebbing towards the end of the fight at the rest of the camp. The main bulk of the ambush has been thwarted, and everything else is running and retreating.
Yay! I didn't die.
With their leader dead, they seem to be a little bit less on the confident side, and they all retreat to the hills around you.
You better run!
Well done on surviving the encounter.
Thanks! Gee whiz, that was fun. That was really good. I enjoyed that a lot. It was,
Good.
I did not expect to survive.
That is a beautiful bit of luck and very good utilization of skills and spells.
Yeah, I will say D&D Beyond did not help me out with the spells. Having 1 attack cantrip was not exactly, was not helpful. And,
Not ideal in the slightest.
Dex of 0 with blades and trying to throw them also doesn't help. And then I was like trying to play the orc of low intelligence. It's like,
What was your intelligence, by the way?
it was actually relatively good. I was just sort of RPing it. It was 15. Like my stats were okay. I had a strength of +2, intelligence +2, and wisdom of +2. Everything
You can
else,
still be intelligent and have a language barrier, so that's fine.
charisma 1, and everything else 0. So actually no negative stats, but yeah, it was a case of that. As for painting, the Bugbears from Nolzurs, there is a female and a male within the set, and the female's wearing a lot of quite thick, heavy armor. So actually, I'm not going to have to do too much work with the XV88. We've still got just over half an hour left, and I'm going to presume that you have used Bugbears in your campaigns.
I have not.
Have you not?
I have not.
You're missing out. They're so fun. I love them as NPCs working as like doormen for nightclubs and stuff.
I think I will be using them from now on for some wilderness bits and pieces. But no, I've never used them before.
Yeah, they're really good for a lot of shenanigans as well, because they can obviously they enslave goblins and hobgoblins, and hobgoblins are never really going to be your friend, but goblins, people do love a party NPC goblin, and yeah, it's something that I have them like mistreat goblins, and then the goblins are like, yeah, you know what, fuck this guy, let's help the party and kill him.
And then try and kill the party.
Yeah, and then try and kill the party. Or one of them's like really meek and just like, please keep feeding me and I will work for you all.
Yeah.
And I enjoy that quite a lot. So yeah, she is mostly in that black armor, which I'm just dry brushing, to be honest. So I'm actually going to find that I don't need to do all that much with... Come on, focus up, camera. All that much with it. There we go. And it'll be a case of just highlighting up and down through colours to get any beard or hair. That's really annoying that camera's not focusing today. Why you do this to me?
It's the same argument I have on my camera every week.
Let's go all the way back here. No. Let's go all the way back here. Lord of Cats, how could you not use them, Richard? So chat, sorry if I've missed any bits of things going on, because I've been really focused on that combat. So, Dibs, making Beardy DM was ingenious, made him a lot more interactive and made the game much more fun. Ah, look at that.
Thanks, dude.
That's very, very kind. What are you saying, I'm shit?
I'm saying I'm boring.
Yeah, and how could you not use these, Richard? So, yeah, you need to get more Bugbears in your games. Yeah, that was very fun, and I enjoyed that a lot. How is everybody in chat doing? How are your days going? Are you painting along with us? Are you doing anything fun today? Let us know. And in the meantime, I'm going to take some shining silver and I'm going to apply it to the blade of this massive axe on my dude back here. And then I'm going to dirty that up towards the end, and I need to get some darker browns in on this afterwards. How's your painting going?
It's interesting.
Do you think you'll be tabletop ready?
I'm probably not going to be tabletop ready. I'm trying to add a bit more to the chief quickly. Trying to get some of the, as I said, I should have whitened a lot more before using these speed paints. So I'm just trying to go in with a couple of wee dollops of pale sand to try and add a couple of lighter places, and then I'll probably go over again in the speed paint to see what that does to it. But I think I should be shoddy tabletop ready.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be shoddy tabletop ready as well. So what's everybody up to today? So, Miss Anne's just got to work. Herbalist, doing great, thanks. Lurking and painting, nice. Dragon School, work, no painting. Dibs, painting little doors that I forgot about and then keep putting off. I know that feeling too. Also doing it on my silver wardens. Nice. That's very, very cool. So I'm going to take that one off there. Let's do the silver on the other blades. And let's build this up. So, yeah, I'm going to try and keep this as simple as I can to black armor like it is in the monster manual. I'm going to try and keep it to really basic weapons that I will probably hit with something like a brown contrast or a brown shade.
I am noticing this speed paint dries rather well.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
That is good, because I'm always worried about speed paints and how quick they are going to dry, especially when we're doing a show like this, and then straight after it I'm trying to take a picture of the mini and they're still wet.
Well, yeah, and it's trying to get it, you know, painted, and you're needing it dry to do other bits and pieces. That's often a slight challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to pick out some highlights on these as well. So the tips of the scabbards that are on this female bugbear's back, I'm going to be painting silver. There is a buckle, which I'm going to try and paint on in silver as well. Then there's a few of those actually. So I'm just going to try and pick out a few little areas that could be quite fun. I think this particular mini would make a great player character if somebody were to play a bugbear in a campaign. It's actually quite fun. She's even wearing a corset, which is kind of cool. See if there's anything on the back. No. So that's those ones there. Any buckles on the inside wrists? No. Okay. Do have to get some of that between the forearm straps. But yeah, I think it's going to be definitely tabletop ready, but maybe 5 years ago me tabletop ready. So how about you guys at home? Have you had bugbears in your combats, or have you used them to rule over goblins? Let us know about your bugbear encounters and where you like to put them. I like them as NPCs. I like them as hired goons. Yeah, so that's her done to that point. We've got Dragon Skull. Are they the 2.0 speed paints, Richard?
Yes.
Nice.
It's the big mega bundle.
Ooh.
I believe it is the 2.0.
Lovely. I am yet to try them, to be honest.
I'll say I've never tried them before, and obviously with hoping to appeal a little bit more to Army Painter, I thought I would.
Yep. No, please do sponsor us. That'd be great. If everyone can go buy all 3 of the mega bundles and tell them that we sent you, and then get all your friends and family to do it too,
it'll be done.
yeah, you know, it won't cost that much, surely. They're only like 100 and something quid each. Oh, Div, I've never heard of them before Richard started doing Flesh of Gods and found some on there.
Yeah, oh yeah, Flesh of Gods have got some nice bugbears as well.
That took me a second. I was like, Flesh of Gods and speed paint. Then it's like, oh no, it's the bugbear. So I'm going to grab some Rhinox hide, and I'm now going to do like the staff for the axe, and I'm going to do some of the lines underneath the pouches, and then we're going to start trying to get details put in on these guys. So I guess we'll see how this goes now. But we've still got 23 minutes. I don't think mine are going to be good. I think you ran the combat too well. And I got distracted.
Yeah, welcome to my travels.
No, yeah, but you still paint really well. Every week I'm like, what the fuck? As soon as
What fake do I?
Yeah, but I mean, like... I look at yours and I'm like, I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah. Well, I do the exact same thing when I look at yours.
Like, oh, god damn it. Oh, he just has to be better. Oh, well, I'm glad we think that about each other's. Does that mean we're both really shit? In chat, let us know. Okay, so I'm going to grab a couple of those strap lines. I'm going to grab the beard. So I'm using Rhinox hide now to pull out some of the details, and the reason I'm using Rhinox hide is because it's darker than XV88, and hopefully the leather straps against the XV88 of the skin, which is this tan colour, will pop off a little bit better. Give me that separation between areas that I want. Also, when you look at the bugbear picture, they have darker beards compared to their skin. Dragon Skull, yes, please sponsor. And I need their air paint set. Yeah, me too. Lord of Cats, they're going to be awesome. Both awesome. Aw, thanks for the faith. I certainly think they'll be all right. I'm not too worried. I'm quite confident in my ability. But I guess we will see. So, just painting the straps in 2 different browns. And then the under pauldrons. So I'm separating the 2 pauldrons out. The top one being black, the under one being brown, so that we end up with a little step, basically, that we can show the definition of these 2 overlapping bits of armour. Grab the underside of those ears, little splooge in the eye. Okay. Getting there slowly. You've got 20 minutes still, you know.
Yeah, but you say that, we've got 2 models.
Yeah. So again, for those of you who maybe tuned in that weren't in at the start, we are both trying to do 2 models here. We are doing the Bugbear and the Bugbear Chief. So like last week with the Blights where we did 3 models, these ones have got a bit more detail, and we kind of went, yeah, let's do 2.
Yeah, we're not ever doing 2 humanoids again.
I don't know. Maybe. I'll see how I feel.
The blights were okay because the way you could paint them, it could work.
Yes. So, and I think that's something to point out as well, is like with something like the Blights, we can just dry brush through everything, and that was sort of the main effect of those. But with things like the Bugbears, it's not quite the same. Like humanoids aren't the same colour all over, really. So it's a case of trying to pick your battles, I guess, and your techniques for each different thing. And although I've done a lot of dry brushing on this one for that armour, what I'm realising now is the small amount of brown and stuff that I need to do for the skin and the fur is way more detailed than I expected it to be. And it's going to be hard.
And they got yellow eyes, haven't they?
Yes, just trying to look across the table at the monster manual there. So I guess I'll try and put a dot of yellow in there in a little bit.
I need my moon yellow then from Vallejo for that one.
Nice, that's a good colour. I like the Vallejo colours actually. I like them a lot.
I do enjoy the Vallejos. Right.
A little bit of brown on there. Same again with that pauldron. We're going to do the second one as a brown. Different straps of leather going on. Okay, so yeah, certainly not my neatest paint job, but it will definitely do. Okay, so
I think these would be one I would like to finish though.
So this one here, the female, I really like this sculpt. It's fucking awesome. Like all of the detail on the armor and the corset and the tails of the coat. It's really quite awesome. The male one, it's a lot of fur, and I think if I was going to spend way more time, then absolutely I'd love to do that. But actually, I'm okay to just paint in some different colours now, and I think that'll be me done because, yeah, I think the other one's going to see the table more. I just like the sculpt better. So I'm going to grab my moon dust yellow. I don't need too much. So let's grab that one there with the artificer brush. Knock some of that back. It's weird trying to do it without my goggles on. They have recessed the eyes quite well on the Nolzurs one for once.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's actually quite nice.
Well, they're usually like, a little bit tricky, aren't they?
Yeah, so there is... I don't know if that will show up or not, but... the eyes are going in. Dibs, Vallejo paints have a better matte finish than others, but their washes are thicker and need thinning. Yeah, I find that too. I really do go between things, and what I would normally do if I'm going to shade one of these is I get an airbrush out and I shade with an airbrush. I don't have time to do that today. So
and we're not allowed airbrushes.
And we're not allowed airbrushes. It's not the point. Although Richard uses them to dry them, so is he cheating? Is he off the show?
I've used it once or twice.
Oh yeah, you said we're not allowed to use them. Ah.
Yeah, not to paint though.
That's my secret. I never use it to paint.
Hmm.
I'm actually going to put a little bit of contrast black on the mid armor of the guy, because I think it'll be quite cool to have this like darker section standing out. I'm going to do it on her gauntlets. Dib says, yeah, you're cheating, you're off the show.
We had a good run.
We did. 18 episodes, you know, that's more than some people make it on YouTube or Twitch. So, you know, it'll do. It'll absolutely do. No, I thoroughly enjoy this show.
I love it.
Right, I'm just trying to get this done now because you've got 15 minutes left. Do you think you're any closer?
I'm closer with the chief. I think I'm going to have to stick with the chief.
I think I am getting quite close to a level actually that I'm quite happy with. I'm doing the same thing on the lady bear, who is wearing this corset, which is really kind of cool actually. So I'm putting some contrast black onto that just to make it stand out a bit more.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a couple of the armor bits sort of
popping.
Get a bit of black into the armor.
Yeah, exactly that.
This one's got a lot of leather, and I've dumped a load of bloody leather paint over it, and I'm like, no, I don't like that.
Yeah, and I like that grey armour that's in the monster manual. I really do quite like black leathers. Because I'm a kinky son of a bitch.
And that's it.
And
I'm loving Blacks and Dark Reaper at the moment.
Oh, yeah. Let's have a look. I've never airbrushed. I don't own one, but thinking of getting one. Portable battery type for special effects. Nice. I tried to plan my week around the show. Hey, nice. Airbrush is a lot more quiet than hair dryers. Yep. Yes, they are. For drying things off, definitely. Let's get those forearm straps on her. Done. So, this is where do I decide if I'm using a wash or not? I don't think I will, because I know what's going to happen. I get cocky, and then I don't know how to properly use them, and they then look shit.
Just throw some paint around. It'll be fine, I'm sure.
Okay, we've got the yellow eyes in on the female bugbear. Then, oh, you know what? I'm going to try Gulliman flesh over it. Fuck it.
Oh, that's a bit brave.
Fuck. Let's see what happens, eh? I'm
Go for it.
Use a tiny amount on the feet.
I say Gulliman flesh tends to be one I like to airbrush as flesh shading and stuff.
Yeah, I haven't been able to put this on a mini yet and actually see it looking like flesh. And I've got after you.
I use it a little bit watered down, spray from the bottom, and it's a good sort of shading and shadow recess for flesh.
Ah, I will try that because I've got a technique for flesh that I am really quite proud of, and I was doing it on Barry and on Chris the other night from Resident Evil.
So I was gutted on them. They look incredible though, mate.
Thank you very much. I like them greatly. But I like to I start with a brown skin and then move my way up to everything after that. And it's a case of mixing down a lot of them and just kind of getting it so that it's a really nice blend on the skins, and then I use vibrant colours on clothing and stuff, and that's sort of my whole shebang for painting really, when I've got the time to actually paint properly. I'm using that Gulliman flesh as well on those weapons.
How long we got?
You got 11 minutes, you know. And actually, once I've got this brown on, or this Gulliman flesh on, actually, I could be pretty much done. Although it's not a competition. If you want to be shit this week, that'd be great.
Yeah, you're sorted, mate. I'm shit. Let's try. So I had an idea with doing the flesh on this one. We're doing this ancient honey, and then I was going to go over. I've got a darker Reichland flesh shade I've mixed up myself.
Yeah.
And I was going to use that to sort of as a quick shadow recess sort of thing. But I don't think I'm going to be able to get away with that because of the drying and that.
Yeah, this is actually very, very hard to get stuff done neatly on this because there's so many armor overlapping areas of fur and skin. While I'm trying to like rush through it, it's actually really hard. Hey, Absalom, welcome to the show. Great to see you. I missed a few things in chat there. So, Lady Jane Lynn, how do you each of you define tabletop ready? For me, it is the whole thing is covered in paint, and I would be happy to put it down on the table, even though it's not my best paint job. As long as it is painted to an extent that people recognise what the mini is, I'm happy with that. Or it can just about depict what you want it to through descriptions. As for, rule of thumb for me is I don't like to play with grey, and nobody around your table is going to go, oh, that mini's not painted, fuck you, I'm leaving. And if they do, get them out of your group anyway. But I do like to put down painted minis, and sometimes, I'm not in the mood to paint, and I just need to do something really quick. And so that's what I define as tabletop ready. Dragon School, keep your eyes open for an announcement for an airbrush show coming soon. Hey, yeah! Hopefully, Dragon School Studios might have two of your favourite boys, old Richard Denyer and I, on for some airbrushing, as well as Herbalist. Skin tones is my new favourite thing to paint. Herbalist, yeah, I've been watching yours for your, I want to say garage. Garrosh.
Yeah, I'm too scared to paint mine now.
It's very cool. Yeah, and Absalom, hello. Welcome to the show. I get that. I never put things down that aren't covered fully unless Mr. Mist Lounge takes something out of the painting cupboard without permission. How dare you, Mike? How dare you? Yeah, it's definitely an issue I have, and I think it's just partly because I want to give my players as much immersion as possible, and yeah, I think that's one of the ways I can do it when it comes to battle maps and stuff. So now that that's on, I'm going to go back in with some of the XV88 and just pick out some top highlights of that face and the ears. Just to try and just add some definition to it. I was saying that I actually haven't done the Gulliman flesh on the two smaller blades of the female bugbear. So let's grab that Gulliman flesh. And the reason I'm doing this is just because it looks kind of rusty and a bit dirty, and I always imagine that bugbear weapons are not always that well kept, unless, like Miss Lounge said earlier, you have them as craftsmen in a village or something, which I always find is really fun. And we see a good example of that being like Jorhas in Critical Role in Exandria, and how there's like bugbears and trolls and stuff who do have these amazing craft skills. Because it's your world, you can create them as you want. So this is, I think, the one I'm most proud of so far. Kind of Gith Yankee colours, almost, with these flesh tones. I just need to tidy the base a little bit.
I was trying to sort of think of that, and
then my gentleman, I'm afraid I went a bit too heavy on the Gulliman. So we are drying there, so that will be a case that one stays where it is, and then we focus on this. Can I say hot? Is a bugbear hot? This one can't. Yeah. You know what? I'm into it. It's fine. Right, I need to grab my Templar black here, because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over that entire base with this, where we dry brushed it grey earlier. Just going to black it now with all of this. So, and I'm going to do a little announcement as well, actually. Last night, the Starfinder crew that hoping to put forward a campaign got together to do a test stream. So thank you to all the people who came and helped out with sound levels and with bits and bobs. That was awesome. But yeah, we've nailed the date in. We are all finally going to start on the 20th of November. It's a Monday, so it'll be 6:30 UK time is the actual start of the show. That's when we will go live. Simply because we all work and stuff, so we want to be able to get a decent night's sleep before it, before work the next day. And yeah, 20th of November. Put that in your calendars, please, and come hang out. What else are you going to do on a Monday night? You're not going out, hopefully. You better not be going out. You'll work on a Tuesday, unless you work in retail, and then you work whatever fucking hours they send you. But yeah, so 20th of November. and I'm really, really excited. I'm actually putting the minis down for a little bit, just to let those dry. And yeah, we're going to, old Richard here is going to sponsor the first show with doing some mini work for us. So expect to see some really cool prints. I've got work. Never. From Dibs. Yeah, me too, buddy. Me too. Woohoo! Bad mental health. Yeah, so hopefully in the next month there is going to be a lot of work going on. We've been testing the cameras in the studio, and obviously we're only on webcam, so it's not going to be, you know, the best quality visual, but we're hoping that the audio will come through nice enough and that we'll be able to do it into a podcast form as well. I do this show in a podcast form, but you kind of want to see the minis and see the techniques that we're using, so it doesn't overly work, but I think we might be able to find something in time. And yeah, you got 5 minutes, Richard. How you doing?
Nah.
Oh.
Not feeling it, I tell you that.
Miss Lounge, thank you very much. If we need set up with help with setup and testing, yes, please. I absolutely will call on you for that one because, unlike having the podcast mics like you guys do, which is really cool and I really like that, I want to keep the table free and clear so that people can see the players. So all of my mics, apart from this one here, which I have down here for me, are above the shotgun mics. And yeah, I'm trying to adjust the lighting in here and the cameras so that I don't have to move anything between each show, because usually my PTZ is a lot closer in, but now that's going to be the map cam in the middle of the table. This is one of the player cameras, so I may have to get another camera for doing this show and other paint shows. And yeah, hopefully with a compressor on for the sound, everybody should be able to hear everybody around the table, because 2 of the players are a bit quieter than the others. And yeah, hey Kiddaroo, I don't know if I already said hello or not, but I hope you're doing well. My contrast paint is still drying, but I don't think I need to do much else. I might just put a little bit more yellow in those eyes, you know? Let's get them popping.
Yeah, I've got to try and build the eyes up. I get the fur down and then...
Still got 3 minutes actually. It's nice and chill. Aw, Kiddaroo! Thank you so much for the sub. That's awesome. Much appreciation. Yeah, so there's a lot going on hopefully here at Dragonborn Industries and hopefully at Warrior Prince 3D over the next coming months. We're going to be at Dragon Meet, hanging out. Have you got your tickets for that yet, Richard?
No, I need to go and buy them.
Yeah.
Are they likely to sell out, or...?
Yeah, I would go get them, just in case. I don't think they will sell out, but...
Err on the side of caution.
Yeah, I like to have things pre-date, so that I know that I don't have to worry about it. Ah, fuck, now I've done those eyes, I can get pupils in them. What have I done? What have I done? 2 minutes. I'm going to keep knocking those over. Oh, Richard. Richard.
Yes, Ian.
Oh, God, my name's just awful, isn't it? So, for those of you who don't know me, I have a real issue with my own name. I just don't like it. Never have done.
I don't like it.
It's so English, and it's so...
Why don't you like it, Ian?
So, say Ian in a happy tone.
Ian?
It just doesn't sound right. Nobody cool is called Ian either. I don't know, I'm not a cool guy. I'm like nerd cool, which is fine, but like, there's a video on YouTube and Twitch and stuff, like a little tiny reel that went around, and it was like a North Yorkshire piss take, where it was just like, so we're talking today with Farmer Ian, who, you're a racist. It's like, I'm not a racist. My wife's got 2 black eyes. And so, oh, fuck off, Ian. And that's just the kind of vibe I get from the name. And I just, it always goes down at the end. It's always Ian. It's always like a negative for me. Like, Richard is quite, it pops up, you know? And, so if anybody out there that's also called Ian and struggles with it, I feel for you.
Feel your pain.
Yeah. Oh, God. I need to use a smaller brush here to get those. So there you go. You've all learnt a little something about me. 55 seconds to go. Pasty's awesome, and it's nowhere near as bad as my my real name. I don't know. I think Dibs, you and I have got like similar sort of tropes for our names, and I think that is, you know, the same thing. There are a couple of names that I dislike in the English language, but most of them are fine. But the joy is I can just go and change it, so I might just for a laugh. Pupils done on the lady.
I had to redo the bloody eyes to affect the pupil so it's drying.
I'm done. And that, my friend, is time. Time at the bar, gentlemen. Last orders. I survived the combat. I painted both minis. They're still slightly drying. But we did it. A rough tabletop ready. And actually, these were much harder than I thought they were going to be. So, I definitely would like to go in over this female bugbear and do the extra details and do it justice. Because actually, WizKids, the sculpt on this one is really cool. Like, all of that back there has all of this extra design work on... Oh, let's see if we can get that to focus. Come on. You're going to just stay blurry, aren't you? Whoop, let's get real close. There we go. Yeah, it has all of this design work down at the bottom of that armour skirt. And we've got this lovely corset in the middle. And all of these straps and buckles. And then just a little bit of skin showing. Don't know if the eyes will show up, but we tried to get the pupils. I can definitely do skin tones better than that, but I know what to do for next time. It's for an hour. I'm pretty happy with 2 minis for that one. The male, we're still waiting for that Guilliman flesh to dry, but I'm quite happy with, again, that dirty kind of look on the blade, keeping the armour grey like the monster manual. And yeah, two minis an hour. I think that's all right for tabletop ready. Richard, go on, blow us away with what you've done, because it's going to be something stupidly good, and I'm going to have to kick you off the show for just being good.
It's really fucking not.
I don't know, because so far, not being able to focus must be a real bugbear. Oh, Dibs! Herbalist says it looks great. I will take the compliment and nom 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 nom.
Right, okay.
Dak, another excellent
so my half-assed one.
Oh, actually, I like that colour. There you go. Yeah. It's a nice smooth colour, isn't it, that?
Right, so this is the one I spent actual time on.
See, now that's pretty good. If you pull back slightly, be about there. There you go. So that, again, dude, come on. That's like the perfect cartoon paint job. It is... I like the blue on the axe, like the yellow on the skin is awesome. You've managed to get all of those areas of like the leatherwork done.
The axe is just a reflection from the pad. I've not touched it.
Oh, so you didn't finish?
No, I did not finish.
Oh, shit.
I wonder if that's a better...
It's around there. There you go. See, I really like that really dark black hair that you've done around the beard and the top of the head. Because I was going with like dark browns and stuff, but...
all I've got to do is add some light grey into the hair. I'm definitely going to finish this one off.
Nice. We'll take a picture of it before you do that to show off
yeah,
today's work.
For my 1 hour.
For your 1 hour. And that is episode 18. Next week, we're looking at the bullet, I think. I'm going to have to turn the page over in the Monster Manual because I was just using it as a reference, so it's really far away. Yeah, it's the bullet. I will be doing a WizKids ones of those because they have the WizKids ones available. Have you got a mini for the bullet for next week?
Say again, sorry?
Have you got a mini for the bullet next week?
I was looking this morning actually because there's a rather nice Loot Studio one.
Oh, is there?
But it's a one set I haven't got. So I'm going to look at. I think
I will go have a look.
Yeah, I think there's a Lord of the Print one.
Ah.
But I'm going to have a look at what ones I could obviously advertise for the store.
Nice.
Um,
And what is that store, Richard? And what's the best way to get in touch with you?
The store is Warrior Prince 3D. It is on Etsy. Best way to get in touch with me is on Instagram, Warrior Prince 3D. Either that or message through Facebook, but Instagram is the much better place to get for me. And if you wish to purchase anything, if you go through Instagram, it is a lot more cheaper, shall we say.
Yes, Etsy does have those charges that is rather
Yeah.
tedious.
Even if it's on Etsy you want, just shoot me a message.
Nice. But that's it from us, and I think that, another great rushed paint job on 2 minis. Well done for getting like as far as you did, because yours are quite big as well. Actually, I think there's a lot of surface area there.
Yeah, I probably scaled them up a bit too much, but
Yeah, I think it paid off though. Guys, thank you so much. I'm always blown away when you guys take part in chat, and it's a real pleasure to have you here with us when we do this, and just to sit around. It's been really fun to have Richard DM, and I look forward to doing this more often. And yeah, guys, thank you so much. Have yourselves a fantastic Thursday, and may the dice gods be ever in your favour. Take it easy, guys.